Hello, 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 my beloved souls. It's Woke Wednesdays. So here we are saying goodbye to August, saying hello to September. We have about 6 planets that are in retrograde right now, right? So really strong energies that are just allowing us to release, to retreat, to reevaluate, re-examine, right? Retrogrades are always about the REs, right? Release, rest, retreat, re-examine, reevaluate, restructure, reorganize, right? Really supporting these energies. So we got 6 planets in retrograde right now, and we're in the pre-shadow phase of Mercury going into retrograde, which goes into retrograde on the 9th, right before that full moon goes into Pisces, right? So super powerful energies during this Virgo season. And Virgo is traditionally the hermit in Tarot, right? So they're about introspecting and taking some time to yourself and solitude and reflection. Another RE thrown in there for you, right? So really just use this time to take a step back, right? And to kind of just take a look at the big picture of what's going on in your life and make adjustments accordingly, right? Hire and fire as you see fit. Like shift the energies where they see fit. Many of you are going to be taking a look at your lives, right, and seeing things in just like a new light, right, like with new lenses, seeing what's working, seeing what's not, right, really taking stock on all these things coming in. So many people in the globe are either coming out of dark night of the soul or in the midst of it right now, and all of that is here to help us, right, here to help us release the things that are no longer serving us, here to help us to really develop and activate our psychic and spiritual gifts and talents, to take all of this really dormant energy that's been lying within our DNAs that we've brought with us from lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, and activate that here and now, right, so that it leads us to our highest and greatest timeline, and so that we're really working for like the collective good of all, as well as creating legacies for ourselves, right? Doing deep healing generationally, deep healing within our cultures. And this healing goes 7 generations forward and 7 generations back, right? So your ancestors are here to really support you as well. Your descendants and their energies are coming in to support you and just really helping you to get on solid ground right now, right? It's really imperative to stay really grounded, really rooted during this time, right? Get really secure in your own self and your own energies. Um, Virgos can be very practical, very organized, very structured, right? But don't get caught up in the perfectionism of Virgo-ness as well, right? Don't get caught up in the judgment or the self-criticism, because I love my Virgos, but they are so hard on themselves. They are so hard on themselves sometimes. And I'm like, who are you comparing yourself to, right? Like, stop it. Like, you don't need to have the bar raised that high. There's nothing wrong with having high achievements, right? But sometimes it can be almost to the point of seeming like impossibility, right? And so because it seems so big, because it seems so massive, because we decided that even though we couldn't make $100, we were trying to manifest $100 million, and so far out of reach, it's almost unattainable, right? So it's about like bringing it back a little bit, being a little bit more realistic, right? And Virgo's good with that too, like grounding things out and being realistic and making really realistic plans and being pragmatic about how we're doing things. So what does this mean for you, my beautiful woo-woo community, right? What does this mean for the light workers and way showers and twin flames and indigos and shamans and crystals and however you label yourself? What does this all mean for us? So I got our Work Your Light cards as usual. I'm going to pull from the Starseed deck and then also the angels and ancestors. Because like I said, our ancestors are coming in this time to really support us during this time as we restructure everything, as we jump timelines, as we shift our lives. And you have to do a timeline jump? Absolutely not, right? You can stay exactly where you're at. That's what you're comfortable with. But more than likely, if you're resonating as a way shower, a light worker, a starseed, a warlock, a witch, a shaman, a twin flame, a crystal and indigo, part of the 144,000, you're willing to do the work. You're willing to go deeper. You know that there's more to life than just the five senses. Sorry, I just saw like a huge shadow pass over me. Might be my hawk friend coming in. Funny. Thank you, angels. Thank you guys for the beautiful messages that you got coming in for the beautiful woo woo crew. What do I need to know? What do I need to see with this beautiful week? What do I need to know? What do I need to see? What messages are going to serve their highest and greatest good? I feel like that needed to come out as well. All right. I love it. Bottom of the deck, Starseed. What lights you up, right? What lights you up? What makes you feel good? What brings joy to your heart? What puts a smile on your face, right? Like, is it gardening? Is it walking? Is it running? Is it cooking? Is it cleaning? Is it watching movies? Is it reading a good book? Like, what are the things that make you feel good? Is it painting? Is it drawing? Is it your music, right? Like, some of you just need to, like, cut some music on really loud and dance around your house, right? Dance naked if you feel so guided to. Um, Go for a run, go for a swim, right? Get out into nature, connect with a tree, get your feet into the ground. Do the things that really make you feel good in this present moment, right? You want to stay really present during this time. The past is gone, nothing we can do about it, right? We take the lessons from the past so that we can create a better future. And the future is the future, right? It's far off. So your power is in your now, right? As Eckhart Tolle says, your power is in this moment right now. So get really present and do things that light you up. Get really present and do things that make you feel good. Be around people that make you feel good. Do things that make you feel good, right? I'm an avid reader. I love to read, right? That's one of my happy places. I love to cook as well, right? That's one of my love languages. So I do those things often, right? People see me cook and they're like, oh, you don't have to cook all the time. And I'm like, you act like I'm burdened. If there's times that I don't want to cook, then I won't cook, right? When I don't want to be bothered, I don't be bothered. But 9 times out of 10, I don't mind because that's just another expression of love for me, right? So what are the things that make you feel good, right? Right now we're also being guided to get reorganized. So clean up your space, right? Like you clean up your home, clean up your environment. That helps you to clear your mind so that you can think clearer, right? Go outside, get into nature if you can. If you can't go outside and get into nature, bring nature into the house, right? Get some plants, get some flowers, right? Go buy yourself some flowers and just stop and just be one with that flower essence and that energy, right? And do the things that make you feel good. Again, I like listening to battle raps, right? So every once in a while when I have some downtime, right, like I'll go online and catch up on some of the raps that I might have missed over the weekend, you know what I mean? And just like listen to them spar and get all like creative and spicy with their words, right? Like do the things that make you feel good. One of my girlfriends loves to write poetry, right? Another one loves to dance. What makes you feel good, Starseeds? That is a part of your task here as a light worker, right? Because as you're feeling good, your vibration is high. As your vibration is high, you're shifting the energies of everyone around you, of your tribe, of your community, and helping with the globe. One person that's in alignment with their light and their truth is more powerful than a million that are not. So, doing the things that make you feel good, right, are contributing to the planet, are contributing to the greater good. That is a part of the work that we do. So, what is lighting you up? Get really clear about that. We have the ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. This is remembering that everything in this beautiful universe is gifted to us, right? There are gifts here, gifts to bring us lessons, to make us stronger, give us more courage, to help get us ready for the things that we actually desire, our goals and dreams, right? Life is never happening to you, it's happening for you. It's leading you on the path of least resistance and leading you to your highest and greatest timeline, right? So start shifting your perspective of things, right? We want to come out of like victim mentality and realize that we're not victims, right? We're victors in every single thing that we do. It's a matter of how we're looking at the situation, especially as a light worker, way shower, as an empath. You have to take a step back and observe and not absorb, right? Don't embody everything. Don't be so quickly triggered. Don't think that everything that's projected onto you needs to be a part of your truth, right? Some things are just that, just projections. Some things are reflections, and they do give us the time to sit back and to look at ourselves and to look at the mirror and just be like, okay, here's how I'm showing up, wonderfully, and here's how I'm showing up really toxic. But a lot of it can be a projection, right? And just a lesson for you. So life is happening for you, my beloveds, right? Life is happening for you. So what is unfolding in your life right now that can have you take a step back once again, reevaluate, and look at things from a different lens, right? Look at things from a different perspective, and then shift and act accordingly. Beautiful. And then we have Sisterhood of the Rose. Ooh, 2 roses. What did I just say? Go buy yourself flowers, right? So maybe you want to go out there and get yourself some roses. Beauty and devotion. Priestess, mystic, teacher. This is you connecting with your higher self, obviously. also you connecting with other spiritual teachers and other people that are like-minded, right? This is your soul tribe coming in. This is you knowing and realizing that you have access to all these deep levels of spirituality and knowledge and wisdom from ancient times, whether that's from Atlantis or ancient Egypt or the Buddhas or whomever, like Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa, right? Everyone came, all these beautiful spiritual teachers to come help guide us, right? Help to create these pathways for us, right? So you have that access to all of that inner knowledge, literally going to meditation, going to prayer, and just calling out to those energies and really connecting and being open to the guidance that you're receiving, right? Really being open to receiving. I know that, part of my spiritual gifts obviously are being a clairvoyant and a clairsentient, not obviously, but I'm a clairvoyant, clairsentient, I'm clairtangent. But recently I've also been guided to start doing more mediumship work, which is something that I've been kind of always veered away from, right? Because I was kind of like, oh, I don't want to open those pathways. I grew up watching a lot of freaking horror flicks, right? And I had to remember, hey, you're guarded, you're protected, you seal your energies, you only work with the beings of the purest light and the highest vibration. So there's nothing to be scared of. If this is another way that you can serve and help people, then do so, right? So recently I was called to do some mediumship work. A while back I was called to clear out, a spirit that had been caught in the bridge between here and the other realm. They didn't really realize that they were stuck in this realm, so really opening up to all of your gifts, right? Remember to shield yourself, remember to protect yourself, remember that you're guarded and protected. And again, when you're connecting with these energies, I only work with beings of the purest light and the highest vibration, right? Like, protect yourself as you're moving forward and don't fear your gifts. Don't fear the knowledge and the wisdom and understanding that's coming to you. Understand that these are gifts, these are little jewels, these little gems, right? Our DNA stores our memories, right? So we all have these beautiful gifts within us that have been dormant for a long time. And as we've had all these light codes coming in, as we're getting ready for this beautiful 9-9 portal coming up next, oh my God, the 9-9 portal is the same day that Mercury goes into retrograde, which is right around that full moon in Pisces. Wow, it's gonna be lit next week. Um, yeah, it's gonna be lit next week. It's so funny that I just like made that connection. As we're moving towards that portal and as we're moving towards those activations, right? More of our spiritual gifts are coming online. So for those of you that are in the midst of your dark night of the soul or just coming out of it, right? And you're kind of like, you're coming out of the dark, right? It's like being in a dark room for so long and all of a sudden you walk outside and the sun is out and you're like squinting, right? It's hard to see, but understand that your eyes are going to adjust, right? Understand that your sight's going to adjust. Understand that your life is going to adjust to these new visions, these new truths, this new awareness. Right now, the light is shining bright on everything, and you also are benefiting because guess what? You just came out of the darkness, right? So not only were you in a space where you had to learn to see in the dark, you also have the ability and the gift now to use that energy while you're out in the light. So now you have clear vision in two different realms, right? Your world is going to really change in the most beautiful and magical way if you're open to it. If you're open to it. Time to activate those beautiful gifts, my beautiful ones. So thank you, angels. Thank you, guys, for being here with me and the Woo Woo crew. What they need to know, what they need to see for this beautiful week. Goodbye to August and we head into September. What we need to know, what we need to see. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. Message you have for Starseed, light workers, way shows. The Woo Woo crew. That was a lot. That was a lot. Good. Bottom of the deck, wait, it's not yet time. Things are being woven. Right? Beautiful. Makes a lot of sense. Like I said, we have 6 planets in retrograde right now, right? So again, resting, reevaluating, releasing, re-examining. Just chill, right? Take this time to just stop and pause and reflect. Not everything is always about, and I know, right? I'm a New Yorker, right? Everything happens for us in a New York minute. So it's hard to like slow down sometimes. It's hard to quiet my mind sometimes, but I had to realize like I need to sit, and chill and be one with my energies and figure some stuff out, right? So that's this waiting game, right? Not that you're gonna be on the bridge forever, but it's time to take a step back and just chill. Really journaling during this time will be really, really supportive to you and your energies, getting that stuff out, just looking at your life through a different lens. Really just taking a step back and looking at the big picture of things, right? And going through your life step by step by step and seeing what's working, what's not. Where am I showing up fully? Where am I hindering myself, right? Am I the weapon that's blocking me from prospering, right? As opposed to externalizing it and being like, oh, somebody did a spell on me, or I always have bad luck, or whatever the excuses may be where we try to give our power away. That's at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's us giving our power away. So this is you remembering, I have the power within me. Nothing and no one can harm me if I'm not open to it, right? You can't, no one can take your power unless you give it to them. So during this time, just take a step back. Where have I given my power away, right? Where am I leaking my energy out? Where am I pouring from my cup continuously but not having it refilled? Right? And then act accordingly. You're the CEO of your life, right? The author of your own book, the captain of your ship. Do what you need to do to get that in order, okay? And we had a whole bunch of cards come out, so give me un segundo. Un segundo. All right. I'm sorry. Defenselessness. Righting past wrongs. Uprooting. So, forgiving yourself, forgiving others in your environment, again, because we're in this Virgo season and it can be filled with a lot of judgments and criticism, right? Not being so defensive in our responses to people, right? Understanding that when we are triggered, that leads us to spaces where we're still not fully healed, or we need to take a look at why does this thing even bother me, right? And then getting to the core of that, right? Getting to the root of that and digging that shit up, right? Really digging it up from the root so that it's not growing again, so that it's not creating the same cycle. We are here to heal, right? And we're healing our karma, our own karma. We're healing karma from our ancestors. We're healing generational curses. We're healing for the culture. We're healing for our gender, however that may show up in your life, right? So there's a lot of work to do. And it can seem exhausting, right? Especially with these dark night of the souls where you're just going in and you're seeing your shadows and you're seeing all these parts of yourself and you're just like, what the hell is that? Like, why was I showing up in life like that? Or how did I let myself like become a victim like this? And it's hurtful and it's hard, right? Sometimes you realize like, again, where you gave your power away, right? And it was heart wrenching, or where you've been told that you were nothing or that you were crazy. I know for the longest time, my spiritual gifts and talents weren't respected. It's still not respected by a lot of people in my family because it's like, oh, you're going to hell. I was raised, in a Christian household. So, oh, you're going to hell, or you're just saying things, or you're just crazy, or they make you doubt your own truth. They make you doubt your own intuitive guidance, right? And this is coming from people that quote unquote love you, right? But we have to understand that sometimes those people are giving us advice from a space of fear, from a space of ignorance, right? From a space of disconnect, disconnecting from their own higher self, right? Like they're not even trusting their own voice, right? They're living a lie, unfortunately. And so it's time for you to like take a step back, understand that people do the best that they can from where they're at, and being really forgiven and forgiving yourself, right? On the places where you gave your power away, where you didn't show up for yourself, where you didn't respect yourself, and forgiving others, right? And forgiving doesn't mean that we're giving somebody a pass for what they did. It doesn't mean that the shit was right. It does mean that I'm not holding that in my body anymore because that's a poison that is only harming me, right? That unforgiveness is a poison that causes a cancer within your own body. It's not hurting anybody else. It's not hurting somebody else if you don't forgive them. They're out there living their life. They've already moved on. So it's time for you to, right? And again, people mirroring each other, right? So there's a lot of reflecting going on at this moment. A lot of reflecting and a lot of need to balance our masculine and feminine energies as well. I remember soul plan, the fated life versus destiny life. This is many of you awakening to your new truth, to your higher self, to your soul's path and remembrance, right? Remembering that once again, you've done this before in many lifetimes. This is our dormant DNA becoming coming online and becoming activated. We had a lot of light codes come in around the Lionsgate, right? And I mean big time. And we've been having massive solar flares as well, which is also contributing to all of these light codes coming in, right? We have the Sirius sun, just really activating our own sun and activating the sun within us, right, within our own solar plexus and our own bodies. And this is you starting to remember, right, these truths, these awarenesses. You have the the soul contract that you came in for, right, that you opted into. Like, I want to come in, I want to incarnate at this time, and these are like the soul lessons that I want to learn. And then there's the other stuff where you shift and you realize, hey, I have control over my life. There's certain things that are going to happen because that is a part of the soul contract that you wanted. But other than that, it's free will, baby. You're out here in these streets just living your best life. So how are you gonna do that? How are you gonna show up for yourself? How are you gonna choose to fulfill these beautiful soul contracts while living your best life, while expanding, while growing, while ascending? Right? Are you going to step into the fullness of who you are? Are you going to be one with the fact that you are psychic, that you are spiritual, that you are multidimensional, right? That there's more to you than just this meat suit that you're in right now, that you know that this is an eternal game, and are you going to start to have fun with it, right? Are you going to start to express yourself? Use all the sage, right? It's blowing in my mouth. I love it. Okay. Karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict, right? We're here to clear these energies, really here to clear these energies. And again, a lot of people are in our lives to help guide us for these things, right? Maybe you just got out of a karmic relationship, right? Within an intimate relationship. Maybe you're helping to clear the karma within your family, right? And so you incarnated in these families that may be low vibrational, may be toxic, may be narcissistic, to show you how to overcome these things, to show you that the buck stops here, right? It ends with you. You're going to be the voice of change. You're going to be the voice of reason. Generational curses will no longer be a thing in your family because you're ending them right now, right? So a lot of you are here to deal with this. And again, it can be very conflicting. It can feel very harsh. It can feel very isolating, right? And if we go through these dark night of the souls and we feel like we're freaking going crazy, and 22, I just saw, no, you're not going crazy, right? You're healing, you're growing, you're seeing life again through a new lens. You're shifting your perspective, right? And as you're releasing the karma, releasing the baggage, releasing the layers of the ego off of you, you allow yourself to shine bright. You allow the soul to really shine through. You allow your heart to open, right? And yes, sometimes it takes being vulnerable, and it takes being authentic, and it takes standing in our truth, and it takes pissing people off sometimes. But guess what? This is your path. This is your mission. This is your goal, and everybody's not gonna like it. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? A lot of people didn't like how Gandhi was rolling, right? But he stood in the center, stood in his piece, and kept moving forward. Martin Luther King Jr., right? People didn't like how he showed up, right? Didn't like the fact that he was following behind Gandhi, but he still was a huge advocate for change in our lives. To the fact that we're still talking about them to this day, right? The Prophet Muhammad, Yeshua coming in with their lessons and just having us be aware of the fact that like there is more to us than this planet. There's more to us than the day-to-day bill paying and arguments and traffic and chaos, right? That we're soul, that we're children of the divine, that we can do really great things here, right? So many people refuse to tap into their own inner truth, their own inner magic, right? They feel like miracles are the exception to the rule, as of realizing that miracles are everyone's birthright. Miracles happen every day. We just choose not to really pay attention to it. But it's time for you to start paying attention to all the beautiful miracles in your life. Start remembering that you are a miracle, right? And that grace is for everybody. Grace is for everybody. Miracles are for everybody. These gifts are for everybody. It's a matter of you're going to stand in your truth and you're going to connect with it. Okay. Earthed. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Yep. Yep. Yeshua coming in with another message, right? In this world, but not of it. Realizing once again, we're multidimensional, right? We came to this earth plane to learn our lessons, to grow, to expand, to help Gaia, to raise the consciousness of the planet. But we don't have to get involved in the day to day drama, right? You're being the center of the storm. Means that you're not getting caught up in its winds. And yeah, the storm may move you, you may land somewhere else, but that's because that's where you need to be at that time. A lot of us, light workers and way showers, the whole woo woo crew, a lot of us have been shifted and moved around because our lights need to be gridded in different areas, right? So you might be moving closer to some of the more like activated spiritual spots, or you might be moving to a place where it's like really dense and low vibrational because your light is needed there, right? So don't get frustrated, don't overthink it, just trust the process. Know that wherever you land, as you're on the freaking rivers of life floating downstream, it's exactly where you're meant to be. Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. I love this. They're just cracking me up with these messages. It's just like repeat, repeat, repeat. Let it go, right? You don't have to carry the weight of the world. You don't have to bear that cross that Jesus already bore. He did that, right? He did that. It's like when he was like, hey, I overcame death, so you don't got to do it. Like, we don't have to repeat these lessons. They left a path before us and cleared the way before us and left all these teachings here before us so that we don't have to walk down the same path. Take the lessons, read the knowledge, embody it, and move forward, right? Move forward and relax. Allow yourself to be at ease, right? This person looks like they're floating in beautiful crystalline water, right? Allow yourself to, again, once again, flow with the rivers of life and know that wherever you land is exactly where you need to be. Surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. I'm loving all this water energy too, right? This beautiful water energy. It looks like they're floating above water as well. So deep healing coming in, right? It's not surprising this water energy with that Pisces full moon coming up next week, but deep healing of our emotional body is transforming right now, right? Just letting ourselves be connected to this universe and remembering the oneness of it all and knowing that this doesn't have to be a hard journey, right? Again, Starseed, what lights you up, right? What brings you joy? What makes your heart sing? Do more of that. Go write that song. Go write that book. Go um register for the triathlon, right? Like go create those recipes. Go make those videos, like whatever it is. Go do it and then do some more of it, right? Go make love to your divine counterpart. Do more of that. Life is here to support you. Life is here to support you. Make love to life. Fall in love with life and allow life to bless you, right? When we do things that bring us joy, that bring us wonder, that make us feel good, guess what? Karma, or the law of reciprocity, gives us back that 3 times. So the more you're putting on the universe, like, oh, I love this and this feels so good and I really enjoy this, guess what? The universe is going to be like, yes, give them more of that. Give him more, give her more, give him more, give him more. Oh, she loves to sing. Oh, let's give them more opportunities to sing. Oh, they love to cook. Let's bring them more food so they can cook more food. Like, oh, they love to laugh. Let's throw some more comedies on. Like, whatever it is, just connect. It's 11:11 on the clock. Thank you. Angels and guides. What else do they need to know? There's several cards there. I'm wondering what's in them. I only see one at the top. Okay, I guess those are the cards that they wanted you to have. Look, White Witch. Be the light. Hello, light workers. Be the light. Shine bright. Shine bright like a diamond. Right? Shine, shine, shine. Be the light. What lights you up? What lights you up? Got the beautiful owl coming in here with the wisdom. Connect to that, right? Connect to the freaking to the animal spirits. They always have messages for you. Wow. All right. So we got Hermit, retreat and recharge. Not surprising. Once again, we're in this mode with like 6 planets in retrograde. We're also in Virgo season. The card of Virgo on the tarot, right? So retreat, recharge, release, rest, reevaluate, restructure, reorganize. Be one with your own energies. Get still, get grounded, get rooted, connect with your higher self. Connect with your higher self. Like trust in your higher self. Tell your ego, thank you for all your help. You gotta sit down and be quiet, zip it up. You get to watch and not speak, and then connect with your higher self. Right? Connect with your angels, connect with your guides, connect with your ancestors. What do I need to know right now? Show me the next best step. I want to be led to my highest and greatest timeline, right? And then follow the intuitive promptings that you're getting. Journaling is going to be really supportive to you at this time, right? Meditation is going to be really supportive to you at this time. What can you do to like get these things within your body, right? Maybe you want to go for a walk. Maybe you're doing yoga. I just started doing my Pilates again, right? Because I fell off of it. Like, do the things that make you feel good. Do the things that make you feel good. Spring, see your seeds grow, right? More animal spirits coming in to support you with this beautiful rabbit. So if you're seeing owls, if you're seeing rabbits, just know that these are double messages for you, right? But we're planting seeds right now because the things that we want to reap, the rewards that we want to reap, we want to make sure it's bountiful. We want to have the cornucopia. We don't want to be planting weed seeds and then wondering why our garden is filled with weeds. No, we want to get that stuff out. We want to make sure that we have our flowers, we have our vegetation, we have the things that we really want to see manifest come forward, right? So, what are you planting in the garden of your life? And take this time right now, once again, while all these retrogrades are going on, to get really clear about that, right? What do you want your life to look like in the next 6 to 18 months? How can the universe help to support you in your goals and dreams to help move that forward? Get really clear about that stuff. Broken arrow, embrace the energy of peace. Peace is your divine birthright, right? Just as abundance is, divine well being and love, peace. It feels good to be at peace, right? To be calm, to be chill, to just not have all the drama, right? Just like waking up and just feeling like it's an easy Sunday morning, right? Allow that energy into your life. Everything does not have to be war. Everything doesn't have to feel like an uphill battle. Everything doesn't have to be stressful, right? Just allow yourself to be at peace with what you're doing. And again, if you're following your intuitive guidance, if you're flowing with the rivers of life, that's exactly what you have, right? Because you're not a salmon swimming upstream and fighting against the current and fighting against, the animals, the bears that may attack you as you're trying to get there. No, you're going with the flow of things, right? You're laid back on the freaking raft of life and you're just chilling, and wherever you land is wherever you land, and you trust that wherever you land is exactly where you need to be, and that all your needs will be met ahead of time, right? Who was it in the Bible? Who was running from Jezebel and like went to the desert and was like, they were told like, hey, you need to lay down. The angel came and was like, hey, rest. They laid down to rest. They woke him up. Hey, eat. Woke up and there was food there. Hey, drink this. Woke him up and there was something to drink. Okay, go over here. Somebody has a place for you to stay. It's like trusting. I got there. I got there with no food, no water, no clothes, but everything I needed was given to me. Everything I needed was added unto me, right? Because I just trusted in the process. It's again trusting in the process. Wow. Another owl, guys. Another owl. Big time energy coming in from the owl spirits for you this week. Grow within your current situation. Wise one. Oh, I love it. Is this my crow? It's either a crow or a raven. I never know which one. I see them all the time. Those are my babies. I hate to see them in movies when they always get such a bad rap. It's always like an omen and death and misery. And I'm like, why are you doing that to my babies? Like, these are my friends. Like, they're always coming through showing me, like, there's magic around. Your psychic gifts are coming online. I have beautiful messages coming in. So, birds are also messengers. Don't forget that. So, you have some messages that are coming into you that are going to really activate and awaken your spiritual senses, right? Flow with that energy, dig deeper, go down the rabbit holes, Neo. Follow the white rabbit. Oh my God, with the rabbit energy. That's freaking hilarious. Or follow the brown rabbit. That's so funny. Grow within your current situation though, right? Again, life is happening for you, not to you. So, what is going on around you, and how is it bringing you into a deeper awareness of yourself, a deeper awareness of your own skills and gifts, a deeper awareness of your own soul's path, right? What am I meant to do here? Like, what did I sign up for? What is in my soul contract, right? Sometimes you just feel something. Feel it. You just know that you know that you know that you know. It doesn't necessarily make sense logically. It's just like, I know that I'm supposed to be doing more. Like, I know that I'm really good at cooking. I just don't know what that means, right? And so maybe you don't want to be necessarily a chef in a restaurant because you watch Gordon Ramsay and you're scared of that lifestyle. He's so much. I love him so much. But maybe your passion is cooking, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be in a restaurant, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that maybe you want to do catering, but maybe because your passion is cooking, maybe you start making videos and showing people how to cook stuff, or maybe you just get a couple of private clients that you're working with, right? Maybe like that is your gift, right? And like the ingredients of your food and they taste so good, and no matter how many times people recreate it, because they're missing the one thing, and that's you. So you don't know what it is, but just follow through with the things that make you feel good, right? Does drawing make you feel good? Does coloring make you feel good? Does creating make you feel good? I got my girlfriend is an amazing teacher. And so she started creating things to help other teachers because she's great at teaching, and not just teaching students, teaching her coworkers as well, right? What is it that you can do? Um, roll over there. Yeah. But what makes you feel good, right? Is it dancing, right? I love to dance. I love to share dancing with people. I love to do all these things, but I'm not a professional dancer. But guess what? It doesn't mean that I can't dance at home with my kids or with my family, or that I can't like do a little TikTok video or whatever I choose to do, right? Do the things that make you feel good and allow that to lead you to your next best greater thing. Follow the intuitive promptings that you're getting, right? It's like my Starbucks reference. You doing your thing, your meditation, next thing you know, it's like, oh, I should go to Starbucks. You're like, why am I going to Starbucks? It doesn't even make sense. I don't drink coffee. Follow the guidance. You never know, right? On your way to Starbucks, you might run into somebody who might lead you to the love of your life, or they might be the answer to your prayer, or they might be the connection that you needed for that $1 million contract. Like, you don't really know why you're being led, where you're being led. And sometimes it's not even for you. Sometimes somebody just needed your light, my beautiful light workers, right? Sometimes somebody just needed your essence. A lot of us are walking transmuters, right? We're just energy shifters, and wherever we go, the places are better because we've walked through it, right? Because we've absorbed some of that negative energy and left our light behind in the interim. So maybe somebody just needs to feel a little bit of light. Maybe somebody just needs your sunshine because today is a really rainy day for them. Today they're walking through a thunderstorm and they just needed your light. They just needed your rainbow. They just needed to hear something that you said. You never know, all right? But following that guidance will lead you to the sweetness, right? Surrender to the sweetness of life. And again, it doesn't have to be so heavy. It really doesn't have to be heavy. This doesn't have to be backbreaking work. That's why we have angels. That's why we have ancestors to help support us. I literally choose not to live my life stressed out anymore. Like if I'm trying to figure something out, then I just ask the angels and guides. If I once I get to the point where I'm like, I can't do this, I'm like, you know what, angels, I'm gonna go work on this, and this. I'm gonna need y'all to help me with that because I can't figure it out. And then I just trust that the answers will be brought to me. I just trust that the guidance will be brought to me. I just trust that whatever I need will be added onto me. It's amazing. I'll have a conversation with somebody and then go to a store and not even be looking for the thing that I talked about. But next thing you know, I come into like the 12 things that I needed in this random place, right? I go to a store to buy a book and I come out with 20 other things. And it's all stuff that I necessarily needed, but I just didn't know that it would be available to me in that location, right? You just never know. You just open yourself to the flows of life. So just really step into that. Really step into that. For this week, open your hearts, allow yourself to rest, allow yourself to reflect, really just chill out with the overthinking and the criticizing, the judgments and the thinking that these things have to be done in a certain way, and being hard on yourself, and just be. Take a long hot salt bath, right? Go for a beautiful walk, sit outside, take yourself out on a picnic, go get a massage, go see a movie, go read that book that you keep putting to the side, right? Go do the things that make you feel good. No excuses. Just do the things that light you up and then do it some more. All right. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I love you guys so very much. I hope you have the dopest week of your life. I hope that you just find some magic in your everyday. Miracles shall follow miracles. Wonders should never cease. Today is a day of completion. Give it to the Lord. Allow Him to bless you. God's in the blessing business. Get with Him. All right. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you.